Hi everybody, Coach Susan here with Big On Results Coaching. I help people that are in transition or stuck to live a life of joy and prosperity. Here for your Manifestation Monday video on the subject of universal laws of vibration. Do you know what that is? Do you know what that universal law is? Universal law of vibration. Have you heard of it? Did you know that there's universal laws? Well, it's one of 12. The universal law of vibration means that everything in the universe vibrates. It vibrates in a circular motion. All things that are alive vibrates. People, animals, foods that we consume, vegetation, fruits, vegetables, everything, even emotions. So when it comes to people that are matching people, people that are like vibing on the same level, that intensity is called a frequency. So like attracts like, right? So if somebody is vibrating at a certain frequency, then people of that same or similar frequency are going to be in alignment with each other. So when emotions vibrate, there is several types of emotions. There's emotions of love, emotions of sadness, emotions of anger, of hatred, but then there's also emotions of compassion, consideration, kindness, an emotion of being nurturing. So those frequencies are very different from each other. That's why you frequently will see somebody that is maybe really grumpy and they hang out with really grumpy people, or maybe somebody that's super loving and they hang out with other like-minded individuals, because like attracts like. So if you are interested in having something that hasn't shown up in your life, could be your frequency, could be your vibration. So if you see something that you want and it's vibrating at a higher frequency than what you are, you have the opportunity to raise your vibration to match that so that it will show up in your life. Very similar to the law of attraction. Very similar, but different. The frequencies is the main attribute here pertaining to vibration and how it rotates in a circular motion. That everything in the universe, everything has a frequency to it and it vibrates. So we need to make sure that we're always elevating, we're always raising ourselves up to have that frequency, to have that vibration at a higher level, to not stay stuck or in transition between those levels. The soon as you recognize that frequency of that thing, of that person, of that emotion, and you recognize that, then you can go up there, elevate, share that frequency, and then there it is. It's very interesting that there's so many different levels, so many different types of frequencies. There's a frequency for calmness. There's a frequency for anxiety. There are so many frequencies. Now's the time to evaluate, where is your frequency? Where are you operating? Or are you allowing something that's in your life to lower your frequency? You know, when somebody's grumpy with you and you were fine before, and then they say something grumpy, and then whammo, you go and you say something grumpy right back to them. Guess what just happened? You just lowered your frequency to theirs. When you allowed that, then now you're sharing that. And then that creates situations like tit for tat, where you're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, say in an argument or a dispute. And so kind of like, remember when your mom would say, don't stoop to that level? Exactly. Don't stoop to that level. Always elevate yourself. And there's plenty of times when we all need reality checks of like somebody to bring it to our attention. Here's where you were. Here's where you are now. What the heck? What the heck? Raise your vibration. Raise that frequency so that you could be happy and be on that level. That's why sometimes we feel like out of sorts. We feel kind of lost, or what happened to us? Where did I go? I lost myself. I need to find myself again, because you're not on the right frequency. So when we can operate at a higher level of a frequency, obviously we become accustomed to it. It becomes our norm. It becomes cozy. It becomes where we like to be. So when we lower ourselves, that's what makes us feel uncomfortable. And then we at times will engage in other type of activities on an emotional level. It just does not resonate with our true self. So it's only us as individuals that we could do that. No person can raise the vibration of another individual. You have to be mindful of where you are and where you want to be, so that that thing or that person or that relationship, or maybe it's an employment, will show up where you're at that frequency. Have you heard of anybody that says, you know what, we're just not a good match? We're just not matching, or we're just not jiving, or we're just not vibing. We're just not there. So you need to ask yourself, what can you do to be there? What can you do? It's a mindset and a choice to behave differently, to do things differently, to have that emotion. Remember, your thoughts are emotions. Even if you say nothing and you're not grumpy to somebody, seeing somebody walk by and then being judgmental to them, perhaps being critical, be in a critical state to them, and then you're like, wow, gives you that yucky feeling inside, right? And then your frequency just changed. So, you know how when your mom would say, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all, or don't go there, don't stoop to that level. Those are the type of things that we got to constantly remind ourselves of what we're doing, and recognizing that and having that opportunity to do a state change to ourselves. And when you have some amazing friends, they can help you to stay in check. Checks and balances, right? Exactly. Are you upside down? You might be. Turn it around. Change things. It's up to you to do this. Every thought has a vibration. Try not to be in judgment. Try not to have those lower vibrations, those lower frequencies, the sadness, the anger. Don't do it. There is no benefit from going in those lower vibrational levels. I'm Coach Susan. So if you need help identifying that, breaking it down, revealing it to you, exploring that, figuring out what can you do to change your mindset, to change the way that you think, to change these things, please reach out to me. I would love to assist you. I'd love to help you on this journey. There's so many beautiful things that want to show up in your life, but you have to be at that frequency. You have to be at that vibration, because like attracts like, and you will like. Again, Coach Susan here with Big on Results Coaching. Until next Monday.